Haunted Cabin Horror. Deep in the heart of the dense, foreboding forest, stood an old, dilapidated cabin. Its weathered wooden exterior creaked under the weight of time, and its broken windows stared out into the darkness with empty eyes. Locals whispered of the cabin's sinister past, but few dared to venture near, for it was said to be haunted by the vengeful spirit of a woman who had met a tragic end within its walls. The story began many years ago when the cabin was a vibrant home, filled with laughter and love. It belonged to the kind-hearted Amelia and her husband Samuel. Their marriage was one of pure bliss until tragedy struck. Samuel, consumed by greed, fell into the clutches of a dangerous gambling addiction. Desperate for money, he resorted to unscrupulous means, leaving Amelia to bear the weight of his dark secret. One stormy night, as lightning tore through the sky, Amelia discovered the truth. In her despair, she confronted Samuel, who, in a fit of rage, lashed out, striking her with a heavy blow. The impact sent Amelia crashing into a wall, her lifeless body falling to the ground. Samuel, gripped by guilt, fled into the night, leaving his wife's broken body behind. Amelia's spirit refused to rest. Bound by her undying anger and sorrow, she remained trapped within the cabin, tormented by the memories of her final moments. As time wore on, her restless spirit grew stronger, seeking revenge on the man who had betrayed her. Years later, a young couple, Lily and Ethan, decided to spend a weekend away from the hustle and bustle of the city. Unaware of the cabin's haunted reputation, they stumbled upon its eerie existence while exploring the forest. Drawn in by the mystery that surrounded it, they dismissed the local legends as mere folklore and ventured inside. The moment their feet crossed the threshold, the atmosphere changed. The air grew icy cold, and the silence became suffocating. Lily and Ethan felt an ominous presence watching their every move. Strange occurrences began to unfold. Objects would move on their own accord, disembodied whispers echoed through the halls, and the sound of heavy footsteps reverberated through the night. As their terror intensified, Lily and Ethan realized they were not alone. Amelia's vengeful spirit, sensing fresh victims, tormented them relentlessly. Shadows danced along the walls, morphing into grotesque forms that seemed to leer at them. Blood-curdling screams pierced the air, emanating from unseen depths. The couple's fear grew with each passing moment as they became pawns in Amelia's game of revenge. With each night that passed, the apparition grew stronger, fueling her power with their fear. The cabin transformed into a nightmarish maze, its walls seemingly shifting to trap them inside. Lily and Ethan desperately searched for an escape, but the cabin seemed determined to hold them captive. As they ventured deeper into the heart of the cabin, their minds began to unravel. Whispers twisted their thoughts, driving them to the brink of madness. Reality blurred, and the line between the living and the dead faded into obscurity. Lily and Ethan's love for one another weakened, replaced by paranoia and suspicion. Finally, on the third night, Amelia revealed herself in all her ethereal glory. Her ghostly figure materialized before them, her eyes blazing with a malevolent fire. Lily and Ethan trembled, their voices reduced to mere whispers as they begged for mercy. But mercy was not Amelia's intent. With a wicked smile, she unleashed her wrath upon them. The cabin shook violently, splintering beams crashing down around them. The walls closed in, squeezing the life out of the terrified couple. As their screams melded with the symphony of destruction, their lives were snuffed out, forever trapped within the confines of the haunted cabin. And so, the legend of the vengeful ghost continued. The cabin stood as a chilling reminder of Amelia's tragic fate, and the horrors that awaited anyone foolish enough to cross its threshold. Locals warned others to stay away, to heed the warning of the twisted souls that dwelled within. But curiosity and the allure of the unknown often led others astray. The cycle of terror continued as more victims fell prey to the ghost's insatiable thirst for revenge. The cabin became a graveyard of lost souls, a place where darkness reigned supreme, and the boundaries of life and death were forever blurred.